My thoughts on Jey Uso and his father Rikishi. Rikishi complained that Jey Uso only held the title for 51 days, 52 days, chat. Meanwhile, I'm sure that there are people in the history of the WWE title that are far greater than Jey Uso. Randy Orton. That have held the championship for 30, 40 days before dropping it to someone else and then not revisiting the championship for years to come. Rikishi thought that what he said was right. Rikishi mentioned that the Bloodline held the WWE afloat during the pandemic era, which is absolutely 100% correct. But this isn't the pandemic era. This is a far different WWE roster. This is a far greater WWE roster. We thank the Bloodline and the Anoa'i family for their contributions, for keeping us entertained and keeping the company interesting during a very, very terrible time. What does that have to do with now? Your son was given an opportunity to break out as a singles guy in 4 years under that fucking storyline that was born in that era. Without the pandemic era, there is no main event Jey Uso. Zero. We're not looking at main event Jey Uso. So I don't know what the problem is. Why are you throwing that in our face? Why are you throwing that in Triple H's face? That was a great time for everybody in that family. He's thinking more of a father. He's thinking more as a father, speaking like a father to a son who he feels has been wronged. I don't think he realizes that he's got 2 other sons. Does anybody want to know what Jimmy Uso's doing? Does he care what Jimmy Uso is doing? Does he care what Solo Sikoa is doing? Where was this outrage when Solo Sikoa didn't win Money in the Bank? Did he go on his podcast and start blasting Triple H and the WWE creative team? Jey Uso got over. Jey Uso got very over. Jey Uso had a great moment. He won the Royal Rumble. He won at WrestleMania. He had a WrestleMania moment. He beat the one guy that's been virtually unbeatable. What more does he want? Somewhere along the way, Jey Uso became less of a professional wrestler and more of a meme. He became less of a professional wrestler and less of an in-ring performer, and he became a chant, and he became the 4-letter word that everybody started screaming in every arena that he worked in. That's all he was. He was an entrance. Rikishi could sit there and say, I feel wronged, my family was wronged, you wronged my son. Has he watched Jey Uso for the majority of his heights in popularity? This is not the days of the Usos where they were churning out banger tag team matches every fucking time they went out there. Jey Uso significantly went downhill as an in-ring performer when he became a single. Not only did he become less of a champion, the World Championship was suffering because of it. The ratings were not where they were. People were getting tired of it, but this is the business that we're in. The more you do something, the more you overexpose something, the more people don't want to see it. This is why I've said multiple times, there is no happy medium with these fucking people. It's 0 to 100 in 5 seconds, bro. There is no quantity over quality. They will do quality, or quality over quantity. The more they do it, the less it means. There's no quality to these people. They just run it into the ground every single time, over and over and over again, no matter how people are fucking just losing interest, and they just have dollar signs in their eyes, and they just fucking burn through it, and it doesn't feel special anymore. It became uncool. In January, it was cool. In February, it was cool. By WrestleMania, I was over with it. April, May, June, going into June. How many more eats can we do before we get back to business? Rikishi could sit there and be the biggest fucking cheerleader for his son. His voice doesn't matter. Triple H saw something in Jey Uso to give him a championship match and a win at WrestleMania. And you're still fucking complaining. Jey Uso got the one thing that people will never get in this entire fucking industry. There are people who dream of a lifetime to get to WrestleMania and do what Jey Uso did. And there's a very small percentage that actually do get there and accomplish it. And you mean to tell me that you're fucking complaining that your son is in the fucking ultra minor class that got that moment? Talk about fucking ungrateful, bro. Talk about ungrateful. Why anybody would fucking take this guy at his word again, it's beyond me. It's fucking ridiculous, man. Jey Uso's popularity was waning. It was off. They went back to Gunther. What's the problem? Gunther's not going to be a fucking ratings draw, I'll tell you that. But there's a plan. And again, like everybody else, I do it. I'm guilty of it. I think with my emotions first before logically thinking, and then I come back to it, and then I logically think and understand. Right now, he's thinking with his heart, his emotions. He's not thinking with his brain. You do realize that Jey is probably going to end up back with Jimmy. The tag team division is dead. They're trying to rebuild it. Jey and Jimmy are probably going to get back together because what is Jimmy doing? You're wasting the most decorated tag team in the history of the company because you want to push Yeet. What about Jimmy? You don't think Jimmy deserves some of this fucking rub? Let's get the Usos back together, man. It's not the end of the fucking day.